Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. So, story coming out of The Guardian says Black and Hispanic voters deserting Democratic Party in large numbers, poll says. I wonder why. Could it be because from the Black American standpoint, we've hollered reparations, and we've heard that you're not getting reparations. You're not getting reparations. You know nobody hurt you. It's your ancestors. Why do you feel you need reparations? And blah 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 blah, this kind of stuff. And then you bring up stats of redlining, not illegal, unfair tax laws, tax codes, poor education system, just discrimination that's you can't really prove it by paper, but you can just see things that go on. And the 40 acres and a mule that we were promised, and a lot of us, well, some of our people's ancestors got it, but then it got taken away. So you say we don't need reparations, okay? But yet, to be the devil's advocate, let's run with that. But then you turn around and you just recently gave money to Holocaust survivors and their descendants for the atrocity that happened in the World War. Was World War II? World War I? I don't remember. Yeah. You giving money to illegal migrants that's coming over here. You're giving them free room and board. You give them free, not to us, not to the taxpayers. Free room and board, free prepaid cards, job fairs, because you're not really going to pay them a lot, but you're still doing things to help themselves, thinking it's going to help. Well, it ain't going to help the economy. It's going to help big business stay afloat. But eventually, man, it's all got to go away. Eventually, something got to give. You're sending billions upon billions of dollars to Israel for whatever reason, for the longest, for that little war they having, Ukraine, for the war they're having against Russia. You're doing all these things with money. You finding all this money somewhere. But you can't say, hey, Black folks, we see the discrimination. We see how people coming to praise your house and they'll praise it for $100,000 less than they would if they thought it was a white family living in the house in the same freaking neighborhood. We see things like that happening. What we're going to do is we see how your credit score determines your insurance rate. It's determining if you get certain jobs. And we know that can all go back to lack of education, lack of funding, lack of resources to, boost yourself up for the majority of you. Lack of, let's say, education, training, brainwashing, if you will, of certain things that you think, hey, in the little town I live in, there are people who say they haven't even been outside that town. And we're not even half an hour from Dallas. They say they've never been to Dallas because their grandma told them Dallas is crazy. You don't want to go up there. Like, I can't fathom that. I couldn't fathom not travel 10 miles outside your city. Crazy, right? But anyway, like I say, brainwashing. So anyway, we understand all this. So hey, we're going to allocate funds, not for a freaking study. We're going to allocate funds to make sure that money, like these billions of dollars that we got set aside for other people, that we're going to put that in your community. We're going to, weed out the best of the best if need be, but we're going to make sure that you guys get what you need to become what everyone should be able to have the opportunity to become, and that's successful, law-abiding, tax-paying citizens who do nothing but build the community. Reduce the crime rate, and give y'all job opportunities where you can make money legally, so where you don't have to get out there and do crimes of necessity. Like y'all say with these migrant women that come here working on the street, and y'all say, well, this is survival work. But Black folks do survival work, sell dope, pimp, prostitute, this, that, and the third. and you put them in prison. You ain't got no excuse for them, for us. So, you just don't do anything enough for Black Americans, and you wonder why they're deserting the Democratic Party, because the Democrats are the one who making promises like, we're going to do things for you, and Republicans are racist. It just don't work that way. Hispanic voters, I don't know. I think they're getting tired of all these illegal immigrants. I mean, yeah, they probably getting tired of these illegal immigrants too, because you got the ones that came over here, been here for 20 years, been trying to get legalized, been working, trying to do it the right way, following the rules and the laws of the land. And then all of a sudden you get this swarm of people coming in illegally and getting everything that they have to work hard for and still haven't got. So I can understand why the Hispanic voters left. But let's get into some numbers, shall we? Gallup survey shows big drop in only 3 years among Black and Hispanic voters. A concern for Biden's re-election campaign. Black and Hispanic voters are deserting the Democratic Party in numbers that will present a concern for Joe Biden's re-election effort, the poll has found. Among Black Americans expressing the party preference, the Democratic-led over Republicans has dropped by almost 20%. Democratic lead over Republicans has dropped by almost 20% in only 3 years, according to the Gallup survey. Now, you might think 20% out of 100% ain't a lot, but the thing is, let's say if you have 1 million registered voters, just throw a number out there, and an average of only 200,000 votes. So now that number means a lot. It's kind of like it's not like if you got $1 to buy something and 10%, you got to use 10 cents to buy something. Okay, now you only got 90 cents. You only have $1. But if you had $1,000 and you had $100 to buy something, well, you still sitting on a whole lot more that you can work with. You see what I'm saying? So the smaller numbers, especially when it comes to politics and voting, smaller numbers, you got to be real concerned about. More and more people you can get out there and vote, the more people you have, the more chance you have to persuade folk to see your side. The Democratic lead among Hispanic adults and adults aged 18 to 29, meanwhile, also slid by almost the same degree, leaving the party with only a modest advantage. Both groups, especially Black voters, were key ingredients of the alliance that gave Biden a more than 7 million vote advantage over Donald Trump in the 2020 election. I don't believe that. I would never believe that that man won that election by 7 million votes. I just don't. I just do not. The loss is only partially offset by modest gains among college-educated Americans, both with or without college degrees, Gallup found. These shifts in the party affiliation of key subgroups provide the Democratic backstory for how Democrats went from enjoying significant leads over Republicans between 2012 and 2021 to slight deficits in 2022 and 2023. The research company said in a statement accompanied in the survey. 27% of U.S. adults identifying as Democrats and 43% identifying as or leaning Democrat are both new lows in Gallup's trend. The drop in support of non-Hispanic Black voters, different topics, same subject, different topics, same topic. The census. Can somebody explain to me the census? I'm gonna do some research myself. But somebody can explain why on the census you'll have Black, white, Hispanic, non-Hispanic, and what does the Hispanic and non-Hispanic mean when it comes to Black and white folk? I don't understand that. Why it just can't be like, Black, white, Hispanic? Why it gotta be Black, non-Hispanic, or Black, Hispanic? Because I don't get it. I really don't get it, because that's the case, man. You got a whole lot of other demographics that you can put on there, right? And I know they do, like what they call it, Asian, like Samoan, Pacific Islanders, stuff like that. I know they got that Mexican, Hispanic. Now you got Mexican and not, like I said, but non-Hispanic. I don't understand that. What's the difference? Because I think you need to go ahead and put that Black American on there and just call it what it is. The drop in support of non-Hispanic Black voters will perhaps be most alarming for the Biden re-election campaign in 2020. The Democratic Party held a 77 to 11 percentage point advantage over Republicans in that demographic, which has sunk to 66 to 19 lead. Similarly, there's only a 12-point gap, 47 to 35 in Hispanic adults supporting Democrats, compared with 31-point lead in 2021 and a 36-point margin in 2016. Biden has acknowledged that his support from Black voters has fallen, and he embarked on a messaging offensive last month, trying to win them back, beginning with a campaign appearance at a Black church in Charleston, South Carolina, the scene of a 2015 racist massacre. Man, I hope they know that tactic is not going to work for much longer. Because people don't go to church like they used to. Unfortunately, people have lost faith in their religion because they see a lot of this, like I said, this negativity out there about these preachers, and they're just going away from the church. But this tactic has been going on for like 50 years. Going to a Black church, which is supposed to be non-bipartisan, which is supposed to not even entertain politics in the first place. And you allow your preacher, you allow your president to go. The preacher allowed the president to go here and make speeches like he's for the Black people. And then you got women or people out here coming out here talking about Joe Biden's a godly man. Man, whatever. That man's full of the devil. And you know it. So he goes to a church. But South Carolina, he was going to win anyway. They went to, matter of fact, the president urged the Democratic National Committee to put South Carolina first on the party's primary calendar to reflect the importance of Black voters. Despite low turnout, Biden won the February 3rd primary easily. Yeah, so he just used South Carolina to try to get the tide going. That's all. He don't care about y'all. He don't care about us. Never have, never will. But you still fall for it, for sentimental value, I guess, because your mama voted and your grandmama and your ancestors died for you to have the right to vote. So they died for you to vote for a racist Democrat over a racist Republican, I guess is what you're saying. But anyway, Biden, Democrats, it's real simple. If you want damn near doggone near 100% of the Black vote like you used to, just do something tangible. Do some things tangible for Black Americans, like your reparations, like your anti-hate crime bill, like revamping the police, like, I don't know, maybe like giving us tax breaks, free, like free education or what have you. Things for Black Americans only. And forget all the people crying about discrimination. Man, you got yours, whatever. I mean, people cry when Black farmers got awarded some money that here comes this little group trying to sue because of discrimination. But yet, I don't see y'all suing the government for giving these illegal migrants money. Make it make sense. You hate us that much. You hate Black Americans that much. You don't want us to get anything, but you don't care about if migrants get in. You just complain about it, but I ain't seen y'all sue the government about that. And people like Brother Philip Scott has told New Yorkers and Chicagoans, y'all need to sue because what they're doing for these illegal immigrants is discriminatory. Y'all need to get out there and sue the government because this free money, this free housing is discriminating against American citizens. But for some reason, you're not doing it yet. Why not? You done had 2-3 years to get this done. And you ain't put it out there. But here, they can sue Donald Trump when they find out he want to run for president again. Make it make sense. But anyway, Tell me what you think about this story. Hey, I say, hey, it's gonna be a call. I doubt. Ain't no way in hell Donald Trump. I mean, Joe Biden's gonna win this election if going against Donald Trump. Nowhere in the hell. So they're gonna try their best to get him off the ballot. So if Biden want to win, forget all these illegal immigrants you bringing in, then because that's not gonna help you. Ship them all back. You know, find that money where you can give the Black Americans to help them get our communities better. You gotta do this before the election. Now, you can't do it after. You can't put something into place and then don't follow through with it. You know, now I ain't talking about putting something in place and then the election happened, and then after the election, you don't follow through with it, or something happened and it had to be changed. No. That's why I said in the previous video, it might be too late, because you're gonna have to put a policy in place and get it working, get it done. And like I say, get the money in the hands of the people. Get all the tangibles completed before the next election. Because we ain't going off on, not falling for, the dangling carrot any longer. We're just not. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below and then share it with the world. Don't forget, marlonmorales.com. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.